It's time for the Everybody Mad live debate. We got to switch gears because I'm starting to get mad over here. But check this out right here. Former New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio and his wife, her name is Chirlane McCray. They actually decided to separate at the ages of 62 and 68. However, the pair who tied the knot back in 94 don't plan on divorce and said instead, they said they're going to reportedly date other people while sharing their Park Slope, Brooklyn townhouse. Now, you mentioned that you've done this before. Could you live under the same roof as your ex while dating other people? You've done that. How was that experience for you?
Weird. It's hard, but I think really the reason for it is because like it's hard to kind of. I mean, there's usually a reason why you living with somebody in the first place too, because it makes things a little bit more affordable. Obviously, you're in a relationship and that sort of thing. So like that, but this was back. It was well clearly more than 20 years ago. So it was like like early college, sort of, or right after college or whatever. So getting out of that or whatever. Cell phones were not as prevalent as they are. Like now, everyone has a smartphone, like regardless of what your age is. Back then, like not everybody had a cell phone, and certain people only could use their cell phone at nights or whatever. So like that was when we had free nights and weekends. Like remember that? Like that was way back.
Right. I remember that. Yeah.
So long story short, we were in that particular situation, and like without cell phones, who do you call? Well, you got to call the house. Well, a couple times I picked up the phone, and I'm like, who's this nigga calling on the phone? Like, wait a minute, like what? Wait a minute, like, oh no, oh hell no. So like it was almost like intentionally like to have like to provide the home number, so I would pick up the phone and answer whatever. So like it was almost kind of like on that like I'm gonna make you jealous sort of thing or whatever.
Being petty.
Yeah, like I think it's difficult to work because like both of the two parties have to be completely on board with the new status of where this relationship is, and now we have to operate in that. But I think it's hard for people to cohabitate, especially when you're coming from a relationship where it wasn't a platonic situation. It was y'all had kids from this. Y'all was married for 29 years. So how do y'all turn it off just like that?
And then my thing is, as far as you know, you're cohabitating together, but then when it's time to start dating, so they said they don't have any problem with splitting up and they can date, but I don't want to be in my house and have my ex in my house, and my ex is bringing someone to smash in the house. Like that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna fly with me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna bring no new person up in the house and y'all gonna be smashing. No, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So no, I don't like that. I don't. It's something that I couldn't do. I wouldn't want to do it. But if I have a breakup, like you go your own we go in our own separate ways.
Yeah, but it's in New York and that rent be high. So
yeah, and that's true.
Out of necessity.
And then I'm thinking too, you know, even like when I read the story too, I know that they are people of a particular age too. So maybe they're just kind of like, hey, you know, I'll just go date some, you know, when I go out on a date, I'll stay at my friend's house or whatever, and then come back home, you know, because it is New York, and New York is mad expensive. Like $4,000 for a place a month, that's a lot of money.
Yep, it is
in certain parts of New York.
The plot twist in this whole story that I didn't even realize
what is it?
He made mention that when he met her more than 29 years ago, she was an open lesbian.
Really?
Right. That's
what wow.
So she picked you. And then I've been kind of watching. I was like, okay, I can kind of see a little bit, but yeah, it was like
you see a little lesbianism in her.
Not that I see it in her or whatever, but like I can kind of see to where like if that is part of the case, like I can see y'all growing apart. Because
of course,
like eventually, like those sort of long held like adult feelings that you had or whatever, they're gonna change.
Those repressed feelings of
yeah,
munching on some stuff.
Not munching. munching.
Let me chill because I know we got some kids that are going to be watching. Shouts out to our friends down in Savannah, Georgia,
Hold
that
on,
are checking out the show.